Hello everyone, Solomon here. I have mastered the art of working and being a robot and just doing my thing, picking up my paycheck and getting the fuck out of there. And I am advancing in my career as a human being. So, why am I doing this? I'm doing this as evidence, a testimonial. There was a time, the early years of Solomon Chau. So, how would I like to spend my time? Most guys will just run around and chase women. That's just inherently true. If you have a penis, it's just this. Your best time was spent chasing around women and spreading your seed. And procreating. In America, you do that, you end up paying child support and all this other crazy shit. And, this is not too far away from New York City, less than an hour. Less than an hour from there is the Bronx, which is very ghetto, and just like, damn, no one wants to go there. So, but life goes on anyways, Young people are still procreating every second of the day, whenever possible, because life goes on. These things just happen, God forbid you are, your soul is born into one of these, like, god-awful environments, but more likely than not, it's true. Your child, or whatever, your star seed, if you will you will be the offspring of some black guy, some random ass black guy. The woman was probably a rape victim, and you came out of her vagina. She has very little or no resources, and there you are, Jamal. That's just the truth. That's dictated by a higher being, by karma, or whatever. Even if you died, say you were Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, and you were born as Jamal, how would you act? How would you behave? I mean, young Jamal would have to go through school and whatever, and probably maintain his, Warren Buffett's similar, practices of being an early on investor and having hard work ethic. Probably be doing the same thing over and over again. That's just, the peanut, the tip and top of his fruit and berries. That's just what he has to do. Or if you were an actual asshole, if you reincarnated in the body of Yamal in the ghetto, you just repeat the same degenerate cycle of the shit you've been doing. You never really grew up or matured. You were the same asshole you were in the previous life, in your previous lifetime. Same goes for me. I was never an asshole, or I just fell into the system of working and making money, a salary man, if you were. So how do you upgrade? How do you upgrade? Being a salary man. What is the next step of evolution? The ultimate salary man. So instead of working 8 hours minimum, 40 hours a week, you have to work 60 hours minimum, which I've been doing. Then you work, 96 hours a week. I mean, Elon Musk report says he works 100 hours a week. But I guess that's what we must do. You just become this like super tank. The game is not going to change. The environment's not going to change. Unless you have millions of dollars, your environment is not going to change. You're not going to be able to terraform the land and make it into your own image or whatever the fuck. It will be very similar. Your income will be very similar. So how do you break out? How do you break out once you're in this bind? Once you're in the cycle? I'm unable to do it. I'm unable to have more than one job at this time because I need to sleep. Are we guilty of sleeping 8 hours a day? If you do work 16 hours a day, which this one guy does do at the hospital, that means he only has 8 hours of free time. 1 hour he spends driving to and back from work. That leaves 4 hours. So he realistically only has fucking 4 hours. Within his own home, he has like at least 3 kids and a wife. So he only has fucking 4 hours. How he does this shit, I don't know. To sleep. Literally 4 hours. Whether he eats during those hours or takes a shower, minus 1 hour. So he only has 3 fucking hours left until he has to go back to work. How he has a home and does stuff, I don't know. At that point you might as well just be sleeping in a nearby like trailer. I mean, shit. So my soul is not jacked enough to be doing that shit. But that's what you have to do to survive. So to prepare, for the worst, is to live in the world, be entered and live into the world of Epictetus, ancient philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, meditations. I have to fall back on because I have no other answer for myself. Solomon Chau himself cannot work as hard as a fucking Roman emperor or an ancient Roman slave. So it is Saturday. It's the day after my birthday, so, can I work even harder? No. I mean, if I had a car that wasn't leased, I can drive for Uber. So the question is, would I still work? Or I can just go get a job this morning and talk to the boss at XYZ hospital, another hospital, and ask them to do per diem on Saturdays. Because that's what I have to do to get out of my situation or upgrade. Or just double down on being a salary man. Or just maintain whatever I have. I have this life. I work the 8 hours. I have 16 hours left in the day to do whatever. And maybe that is the best life for Solomon Chau. But at the same time, he would just be stuck in his environment because everything else around him economically is too goddamn expensive. But maybe that is the best path because Solomon Chau is now allowed to live a longer life. So instead of burning out at the age of like 50, he can not burn out at the age of 80 and just have like plus 10 more working years, having this job that pays him out $40+ and over a year. Or he could have just burnt himself out making more money, but of course his career would end a lot sooner because he's just exhausted himself, lack of sleep, lack of energy, just having his emotional bandwidth just fucking destroyed and stepped on. Is just terrible. So Solomon Chau needs to take care of himself, and maybe that's for the best. Maybe working 8 hours a day, society making sure that there's no super burnout, salary man, types of people out there who will like risk everything, double down, triple down on their work and not sleep and take care of themselves to the point that they want to commit suicide, which is a thing in Japan. So for all those who have killed themselves or who have suffered burnout, this is for you. And this is for me. This is something for me to learn, okay? The guy who's the dumbest is the person who didn't learn from the books or the stories on the social media or whatever. Okay? I'm learning something here, okay? So give me some time. Give me some time to explain and tell you some wisdom, okay? So these Japanese people thought, in the 80s the economy got fucked over, went into a bubble. So, whatever. Just like us. Just like us, everyone wants money. But they're doing it at the cost of their life, their health, which is their time. So, what do you gotta do? The quickest way to health is meditation. I can explain, be a newscaster and be like that and regurgitate information. If you don't want to kill yourself or thinking about the option of killing yourself, you just gotta meditate. You gotta chill. You gotta be able to chill. It may not be about money. It may be about your girlfriend. Why is it? Even I have this. I always had to chase around girls. I had to nut. I had to procreate or whatever. And I'm just like, what is the point of this? I don't want to pay child support. I don't really give two shit. Like, I'm not a helicopter parent. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it astounds me how like parents are like overbearing. But that is the thing. If that's something you can't control, I don't know. I never had kids. I like the freedom of not having a child. I like that feeling of I don't need to give a fuck if you die. Dyfus is not going to take me away. I don't give a shit. I don't have to. I'm not your father. So, I will give you the next best thing. As a being, I don't have to take care of this scrawny ass kid. I don't give a fuck. But what I can do for you is meditation. Okay, breathe in, breathe out. 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 Breathe in, and breathe out. So we did that for 10 times. And you do that for 5 minutes starting a day. And that's all I will leave you with, because that's all you need to be doing, at the beginner's level. What happens when you go to the gym and you start trying to be like everyone else? It's easy. You get fucked over. You get owned. Same thing with you try to be everyone else. Instead of being yourself, you're at a noob level. Everyone else is at Giga Chad. You're trying to be Giga Chad. Guess what? It's not happening. And you just go back into your cycle. You're not going to go into Giga Chad's cycle, whatever he does. Maybe corporate CEO, bodybuilder, whatever, writes his own books. You're going to go back in your pipsqueak model because you're a Timmy. You're a Jeffrey. You are a fat Mike, whatever you want to call it, It's because you're a scrub, okay? It's very hard for people to conceive that they're not a pro, you're not an ace, you're a scrub. You're a scrotum. That's why you can't do these things. That's why you can't have 2 or 3 jobs and have 3 children. This is why you can't place, a medal in a sport, is because you're actually a scrub. And it's very hard with everyone's ego, no, I'm the best. You're the best amongst you. But in comparison to everyone else, in the socio-economic ladder, in the power dynamic, in the sexual economy or whatever, attractiveness, desirable level, you're a scrub, Some people are just, boss baby. It's just like they are. You're just born. You're blonde, blue hair, blue eyes, blonde hair, blue eyes, 6 feet tall, you're alpha female, you can basically, command any guy in the room to do your evil bidding. That's not a problem for you. Everyone for else, you're probably the guy being manipulated by this, like, blonde bombshell, this boss baby. And you're more likely just, in essence, you need to control and take back your power. It could be anything. It could be a girl you saw on Tinder or OnlyFans. She's taking your attention. You're powerless in improving yourself now. And my greatest gift to you is meditation. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. So, I feel more energetic now. Believe it or not, I have the ability to focus on things that are desirable habits, like going to the gym. Maybe now it's like 5 or 6 a.m. So I have the confidence to go to the gym now in the early morning or do whatever is hard. Like vlogging. Vlogging used to be hard for me. Now I would put it in the okay section. And uploading on YouTube. I've just started uploading things on YouTube. Before I was very sketchy and shy about it. And now I'm becoming more confident. I can just confidently up to YouTube my videos. Again, why I couldn't do this before the age of 39 is because I was actually a scrub. I was a Jeffrey. I was a Timmy. I was a Fat Mike. Fat Mike is just an advanced version of Jeffrey. You get older, you blame something like you got sick, and you just, get fatter and shit and get your heart attack, and you just give up completely. And you just sit outside your house drinking a beer or smoking, you're like, fuck everything. That's an advanced stage of a Jeffrey. In my time at the age of 39, I would just like to make videos with the energy and the effort that I have, because I wasn't able to make these videos and do whatever when in my 20s. That's how bad it is. I hope that isn't like that for you. I still I look like the same as I was 20 just because I'm Asian. But if I was white, you would see my hair whiter. I'd probably be like actually plump and fatter and just have this like fat moon face if I was white, which does happen. A lot of white people I went to high school with, are fat white guy now. And I'm just still skinny Asian, which is the look that I would rather choose over 40-year-old fat white guy. It's not as bad of a look, especially when you get older, which I am, which you actually are. Fat white guy is not a good look for me. I would avoid it at all costs. If I could be like a Ferrari, you obviously want to be a young white guy, but that doesn't last forever, much like a hot blonde white girl. It doesn't it doesn't work forever. It's only good up until the age of 40. But if you're Asian, you'll still look okay. You'll still be like, you won't be the worst, but you'll somewhat be okay. People aren't going to recognize be ageist against you. You're just gonna be like, oh, Asian. You may be racist, be racist on, but other than that, it can work. At least you won't be like, oh no, it's another fucking old guy. So, with that said in mind, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. This has been Solomon Chau. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.